Zachary Quinto shares his support and excitement for Quentin Tarantino's R-rated Star Trek film as Quintoplays Spock in the Star Trek films that take place in the Kelvin Timeline, which began with the J.J. Abrams Star Trek in 2009. He has since become an ambassador of the franchise and regularly updates fans on the status of future projects. It was reported that Quentin Tarantino was writing and could direct an upcoming Star Trek film late last year, though he's one of the most acclaimed directors working today. His brand of filmmaking seemed like a strange fit for the Star Trek franchise. Over his career, Tarantino has really only tackled original, edgier material. Star Trek, on the other hand, is usually on the more family-friendly side of the spectrum. Nevertheless, Tarantino's R-rated Star Trek film seems to be moving forward with the cast of the Kelvin Timeline. While some fans might be weary of a Tarantino-directed Star Trek film, Quinto is excited and fully supports the project. Related, several new Star Trek TV shows are in the works. During recent interview, USA Today asked Quinto about future Star Trek films that are currently in the works, specifically the one being written and directed by Tarantino. Quinto shared his excitement that Tarantino is directing the first ever R-rated Star Trek film. "We're waiting on specifics. I'm thrilled that we might have the opportunity to work with him and see what he would do with us in this universe. It's going to be an R-rated version of Star Trek, which would be the first in the movies. And that's exciting. I've been a fan of his for years, and I'm really inspired by his originality. Take that originality and mix it with this world full of incredible ideology and colorful characters, and the result could be pretty thrilling." The concept of an R-rated Star Trek film is hard to imagine. As a fan, it's easy to jump straight to negativity when it comes to an unknown quantity. Keep in mind that one of the most celebrated directors of the last 20 years is writing and possibly directing this film. Given Tarantino's talent and track record, it's hard not to be at least intrigued about his vision for the franchise. With that in mind, Quinto's excitement and support for the project is completely justified. To use a common Vulcan parlance, his logic is sound. Beyond Quinto's unbridled optimism, Tarantino's film could be just what the franchise needs. The past 3 Star Trek films have been great. However, they haven't performed as well as Paramount had hoped. Star Trek Beyond received stellar reviews, but it only made $158 million domestically at the box office. That total is almost $30 million shy of its $185 million budget. Its performance could be due to poor marketing, but the franchise needs a shot in the arm if it's going to continue. The buzz surrounding Tarantino's R-rated Star Trek could certainly do the trick. Still, it remains to be seen when Tarantino's Star Trek will hit theaters, as it doesn't yet have a release date, and whether it is the success the studio may hope for the franchise. Source: USA Today. Tags: Star Trek looking for an AD-free experience on Screen Rant.